Can I come in? There's not behind these There's not behind these convent doors, though, for a worldly type like you, Gov. We're the dutiful sisters of the idol vice. All pure and saintly like. Now bugger off. Hang about. Ain't she that cove that goes by the name of Old? Yeah? Yeah, I knew it. Something about milling primals leaves its mark on a cove. It does. Anyway, you being who you are, you must have an inkling as to what goes on here, eh? The Admiral sent you to meet with one of me associates after that business with Leviathan, if you recall. That's right, mate. You stand at the entrance of the Rhodes Guild. Of course, 'twould be a poor sort of underground organization if we put a bleeding sign up at the front door. Anyway, from what Lady Ugiri told me, you're pretty handy in a scrap. She's off into some private business right now, but I reckon we might have some use for a bang-up cove like you. If you're interested in joining us, tip us your daddles and we'll put a hilt in each one, just like the gods intended. So what do you say? Fancy learning a new trade? Oof, this thieves' camp's gonna be rough. Hilt us your daddles? Good to see you're keen, but I should probably warn you on a few points before you dive in. Where most guilds take pride in turning their members into the best bloody candlesticks makers they can be, we only care about getting the job done. And the job ain't pretty. You become one of us, and you'll soon be neck deep in scum and knife fights. If you're looking to scamper across the rooftops and bilk dandies of their blunt, you'd best take up with a different crew. Think on that. Come back if you're still keen. Still keen? I can scare you off then. Bene. They told me you were a meddlesome cove, and so it's proved. You'll need every ounce of that metal soon enough. Now step inside and have a prattle with Jack. He's our upright man, the master of the guild. So, you open the door for me? You looking to head inside? Yeah? Hey, how's it going? God. Wait, did that go through me? I'm the one they call Jack. Though I'm surprised you've heard of me. Perhaps you'd be good enough to tell me your name along with that of the kindly cove that told you mine. Ah, the famous old lofty left patch let you in, did he? You can't throw a blade for shit, but that one I don't miss not when it comes to sizing up a dimmer colt for the Stalin. Just one thing. You ain't a pirate, are you? No. Well then, it's time ye was stalled up to the rogue. Pull on your best beater cases and I'll swear you in meself when you're ready. Yar. Now, I could fill your waddles with the storied history of our guild, but that's just whids and wind. The most important thing, the only thing we care about, is getting the job done. Now, most folk, and I'm assuming you're among them, know that long after Limson's founding, the city was overrun by a motley collection of pirates and thieves. But as wild as that lot were, it soon became clear that they'd all end up killing each other if we didn't lay down a few rules. An unspoken code of conduct, as it were. 1. You don't bite the purses of your fellow Laminsons. 2. You don't rook a crew out of their spoils. And 3. You don't trade coals like they was chattel. I'll admit the finer points of the code are a mite murky, but most agree on those 3 at least. Now, You might be thinking, none of that amounts to a sack of dillberries now that the Admiral's outlawed piracy. But in the back alleys and black markets where Merlwyb's grip ain't so tight, the code's still alive and well. And just as the law is enforced by the Yellow Jackets, the code is regulated by us rogues. We go where the shadows are darkest and hand out justice to them as we break the code. So some rum-soaked cove steals goods from the wrong coal, and we'll steal them back. That's the job, my natty lad. Of course, we don't hop the twig when the blade work's called for, neither. You see, there's more to our dagger play than just sticking coals with the pointy end. We'll weaken the mark with poison, then fade away and strike in the dark man's. Whatever it takes to get the work done. Well, old, what do you say to that? Got the guts to do the rogue's job? Yes. Alright then. First off, we'll have to get your kit sorted out. Rogue needs to be light on his dew beaters to stay on the mark's trail. The job might be have you fighting across a deck or weaving through a mob, and the last thing you want is a bleeding great battle axe what hooks itself on every rope and post. That's why we stick to daggers. Let you slip through the streets just as easily as slip through a rook's ribs. Here, take these stabbers and let's see how they look on you. Don't get so excited with your new toys and forget to dress the role. You'd be surprised how many colts come back to me in their bloody small clothes. Yeah, but I feel like having a dagger in each hand and being completely naked, it's got to be like an order of intimidation. Alright, so I just put on the stabbers, eh? Look at that. Well, would you look at that? Looking kind of roguish. Can I make a new one? Managed to strap those daggers on you without cutting yourself. Well, you're off to a good start, I'd say. Next, you'll want to get a feel for the weight and speed of your new weapons. I reckon those bleating cleats on the field outside of Limsa should serve for your first lesson. Aye, test your blades on a few of them lambs and then slice up some wraps and pugils for good measure. Mind you that the mill them beasties one at a time, lad. I know you've served far worse in the past, but you're no dimmer dammer with them stabbers just yet. I am so a dimmer dammer. Damn sight dimmer than dabber dooble deeble dobble. Yeah. Alright, let's go get some orange juice. Hustle, 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 hustle. And I mean, like, while we're here, we should gamble. But nope, never mind. I already purchased those. You got orange juice? Shepherd's pie. Let's go with the roasted nipples. No, antelope stew. Why am none of these matter? We're gonna eat a bunch of roasted nipples. Like, I can min-max this stuff. Sure. Alright. Back to Limsa Lominsa. And we start stabbing. I'm gonna save you the watching me reconfigure all my controls on stream. I'll save that for for off stream, and we'll just manage these level 1 lambs with whatever default controls they give me. It looks like on the right side we've got stab. That might be all we need to get through like the first 30 levels. Fight me, rat. I like the spin kick. We're flying up the level ladder. What we got? Puggles. Got shade shift. Is that like stealth mode? I've never been a rogue before. Oh. We combo now. Got Gust Slash. But I imagine it like doesn't play like a World of Warcraft rogue, right? Like there's no like stealth play sneaking up on people. Like maybe you have to position yourself behind. Actually, it's dawned on me I haven't played a DPS in years. Did have a good time as monk when I played that a long time ago. All right, we did it. Might as well set Limsa Lominsa is my home. I'm not ever going back to the Foundation ever again, as far as I know. Your first DPS was Monk, you hated it, but at level 100 it's actually fun? Really? I kind of liked it for the lower levels because like none of the fights matter, so you can just kind of like play with the camera and like getting the fun angles while you're punching things. A lot more exciting than like, I don't know, say casting spells. Looks the same no matter what angle you look at it. Looking ahead inside? Yeah. Though I do really like the tank classes for like the first expansion. You like it at a low level, you'll love it at 100? Interesting. At level 100, we're probably going to be Pictomancers. It feels like the fun class to be for Dawn Trail, you know? Done with your million, are ya? You can never have enough blade practice, me young colt. In fact, I'll even add a list of marks to your hunting log. Pit yourself against the lot and you'll soon earn some new steps for your dance with the daggers. Aye, you must think of yourself as a dancer, not a bleeding butcher. You only need so much force to ram a short blade into the hilt. Precision and speed. That's how you get the most out of your stabbers. Bulky armor will have you plodding around like an ungainly aurochs. So make sure you're wearing the gear that'll let you move freely as well. Alright, get your blade word up to scratch, old, and I might just have a job for you. Next job available now.